change a thing now, there was never trust. Don't you say a word, cause I've heard it all. You were just pain when you felt it all. Oh. Something tells me that I won't miss it. It's the first time that we can't fix it. It's irreversible, damn, it's done. The thrill is gone. Ooh, baby, there ain't no one like you. You chose to keep the truth inside. Ooh, baby, keep my all to you. All you did was tell me lies. Something tells me that I won't miss it. It's the first time that we can't fix it. It's irreversible, damn, it's done. The thrill is gone. Once you leave me, it's over. No turning back, not today. Don't you come running back now. I'm not a home for the shame. Something tells me that I won't miss it. It's the first time that we can't fix it. It's irreversible, damn, it's done. The thrill is gone. Ooh, baby, there ain't no one like you. You chose to keep the truth inside. Ooh, baby, keep my all to you. All you did was tell me lies. Something tells me that I won't miss it. It's the first time that we can't fix it. It's irreversible, damn, it's done. The thrill is gone. I won't miss this love, no. It's irreversible, damn, it's done. The thrill is gone.
Combing your hair with your hand gives me feelings I don't understand. Combing your hair with your hand gives me feelings I don't understand. You do this thing when you're biting your lip. It's driving me crazy just looking at it. You know me better than I know myself. I don't wanna live in a world without you. You do this thing when you're biting your lip. It's driving me crazy just looking at it. You know me better than I know myself. I don't wanna live in a world without you. World without you. Driving me crazy just looking at it. World without you. Driving me crazy just looking at it. You do this thing when you're biting your lip. World without you. Driving me crazy just thinking that. Driving me crazy just thinking that. Combing your hair with your hand gives me feelings I don't understand. Combing your hair with your hand gives me feelings I don't understand. You do this thing when you're biting your lip. It's driving me crazy just looking at it. You know me better than I know myself. I don't wanna live in a world without you. You do this thing when I'm talking to you, like everything freezes and it's just you. You do this thing when I'm talking to you, like everything freezes and it's just you. Give it to me like.
Hello, hello, hello. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the stream. This is YB. We're gonna get started in about usual 3 to 5 minutes. I'm just cleaning up the watch list. Let's go to yeah. Here we go. Okay. All right, we're gonna get started with the watch list in a minute. Just have a look at what I need to check. Make sure everything is in order. Yes, sir. Okay. So, let's go to so we've got Tuesday 7th, international trade deficit. Okay. For 8:08 a.m. Yeah, that's correct. So we got USD fetch. Okay. Powell speaks. Bank of Canada. So that's the only thing that is effective today. That's 12 p.m. So that's not going to be much of a news to watch for me on for today. But coming for this week, let's have a look. So Tuesday, that's the only one that's not very relevant to me because by that time I'm done trading anyways. That's 12 p.m. Usually I trade from 8 a.m. to 10:30, 11 p.m. Is it for you guys? No, 11, still a.m., right? Yeah. So 8 a.m. EST towards 10:30 or 11 a.m. EST. I will trade and stream until then. So that is not very relevant to me. But if you're trading, just make sure you don't trade around this area here. I'm talking about 12 p.m. when Chairman Powell starts to speak. Okay. And then we've got others speaking as well at 2 p.m. But that's not much of it. Doesn't have much of an effect on the market. We have got on Wednesday tomorrow another member speaks, William. That apparently is a high impact. So I mean that's 9:15 a.m. just before the market opens. So that's just we can still avoid this because we don't normally trade at 9:15 anyway. So yeah, that's not a big deal. I'm looking at something that's gonna really sort of affect my trading, at the time that I'm going to be trading, which I don't see any this week yet. So now, monetary policy report hearings, okay, that's fine. USD unemployment claims, that could be effective as well. 8:30 a.m. now, that's also 8:30 a.m., which is before the market open. Usually the biggest news releases, economic news releases, will be around 8:30 a.m. EST. So that's kind of okay. As you can see, 8:30 a.m. That's not gonna do much. What's up, Oasis? Welcome, buddy. How you doing? You okay? Hope you had a great weekend. Sorry I couldn't get online yesterday. I was just I've been having some issues with my PC actually. It wasn't the internet issues. It's the PC. But anyways, fixed it. So back to normal, back to routine, I guess. Friday, what do I see Friday? Yeah, so consumer sentiment. So yeah, only Friday 10 a.m. as well. That is, yeah, that's the only one that can affect my trading, because 10 a.m. is where I start. I'll probably be in trades or looking for trades. So yeah, that's the one I need to keep an eye on Friday. Normally I don't trade on Friday, so that kind of beats the whole thing. But if I do trade, I'm gonna keep an eye on. So that's same goes for you guys. If you're trading, let's say for example pre-market, right? You gotta pay attention to these kind of newses, right? You gotta note them down for the week. In fact, in advance, so note them down when you're gonna be trading, what time you're gonna be avoiding, and which day, because of the economic releases. If it's in high impact economic releases, then you wanna really avoid it. Something like, for example, look this one, for example. If this isn't high impact news, or anybody speaking that has an high impact on the market, then yeah, 9:15 a.m. if you do trade at that time, you might want to note it down. Just before 9 you stop trading, and then after 9:30 you can start. So give it like 15 minutes leeway before and after. Something like that. So it must be in your trading plan as well, guys. It should be. And for me it's a routine thing, but for you, if you do write them down, it becomes a routine anyways. So that's that. So for me, not much to worry about this week. Kind of boring when it comes to the economic releases. And yeah, okay. Now let's start making you don't even have internet. How you getting connected though? How are you getting connected, bro? Let's start looking for our swing ideas. It's good that yesterday, I don't know whether you were paying attention to, I did actually take SHC around here yesterday. I did mention it on the swing ideas room. So SHC I took along here, just over 18s, and then I withheld this all the way through this sort of chop, and then I took it out here, just around 18. So basically pretty much a break even. So it's good that I really took it off, because it wasn't really looking good. IQ, believe it or not, I'm still in it. Roblox is something that actually really worked out, and also I called this as well on the swing trading room. This one was basically the trade was around 38 on average. Average 38. Once this starts to pop, I think I took it here somewhere. I withheld it obviously till the low of day. This was my low of day. I think I took it here, right there, after it bounced from low of day. So that never came to the low of day, and then I just, yeah, this is beautiful. This is like a clear and a clean sort of way to manage it, you know. Really moved up really nicely, 38s all the way to, we've at one point seen a 39, 35s or something like that. But yeah, closed up very strong today, slight gap up, but we'll see what happens. I think this has strength to carry on towards 40 today, hopefully, and beyond that. So yeah, that's doing really well from yesterday's swing. And the other swing that we had XM. Kinda, I'm still in it, yes, for sure. Only a runner because as you can see, I've taken two of these out, right? Two partials out on from 1450. I don't know what you're doing with the OSs. Have you taken everything out on it, or you're still holding it? Anyways, I'm holding the like 25% runner on this, which means I'll have to be okay with the big pullback towards 16s, maybe even towards 1550s, which I should be fine. Dude, what did you take? 10 shares? How are you so diamond hand on this one, bro? Like, well done, man. I'm like kind of surprised. So you've got quite a lot of patience with it. Dude, that's sick. That is sick. Okay, you sold some. Nice. You sold some. Okay, good. At least if it's a runner, you can handle it. So that's exactly what I'm doing with this one. We took it around 1450 with Oasis, and then we took quite a few partials along the way. And I'm perfectly fine for it to actually pull back all the way, even if it does pull back towards 15s, as long as it doesn't start trading under 15s on the daily. That's when I'll start really thinking about, okay, let's just end the swing on this one. Until then, we're gonna just keep on swinging and see. Let's see where it takes us. Same goes for IQ as well. IQ, yes, a little bit lower from my entry, but I did take a partial on it, and you know, it's I was kind of expecting a bit of a pullback, so I'm gonna wait for this day's low to get taken out. And today's gapping up nicely over 7s, so back to my entry again. I could actually take another add to it, but I don't feel like this is the time. It might take a while before it starts to go again, so that's why I'm keeping this. So yeah, looking good for those. The only one that SHC basically didn't work out, but just remember SHC will definitely be in play for a swing for the next 2-3 days, or maybe a week or so. We just need to keep an eye on this one. That's all. Okay, that's swing part. Let's have a look at our... Yes, sir. Oasis, let's go. I don't know. I mean, he was really like literally very excited. I was very busy yesterday, guys. I couldn't like respond to the text. But what is this though? Wow. Hoo-wee. Yeah, he was mentioning that definitely. Why was it moving though? That's the thing. Why was it moving? I mean, I think there was an upgrade. Yes, I understand there were upgrades and stuff like that. But look at that pre-market. Post-market, sorry. Post-market just literally goes from... the trading goes from 3s all the way... I mean, 315s all the way to 703s. And then goes back down post-market all the way to almost 3s. And now it's trading around 4s. So interesting. Interesting. This could provide... but it's not looking good for it. It's not looking good for it at all. In fact, you know, BBBY, as it pops, I mean, usually it's like it takes few days to pop and then drop. But this day, I think it just popped and then completely dropped the next pre-market gap down. So just really not keen on it unless it starts to make something really strong. Puts. Oh wow. Okay. He did mention about puts yesterday on this one. Yeah. But yeah, I think if he's holding the puts, then he's definitely making a killing on this one. Well done, Snicker. When you're back, we're gonna talk about it. Obviously. So I think he must be still sleeping, right? But let's get back to our That's just BBY just went crazy. SOUN BBAI. Now these AI stocks, guys, as I mentioned a week ago, you want to keep an eye on them, right? for possible long opportunities. Yeah, BBAY I was mentioning about, I think a few days ago. In fact, last week I was mentioning, guys, this thing looks good. It kind of is stretched out from 2s all the way to 6, 7s. Quite a bit of a percentage move, more than 100%, way more than 100%. So expect a bit of a pullback, but these things, sometimes they don't really care about the pullback as well if it's really hyped up. Now, and anything to do with AI these days are proper hyped up. And yeah, I think they might be still in play. So BBAI I'm going to put. Last week's, just going to quickly go through my old ones, see if I can actually spot anything. CVNA was a really good one as well. One of those is pulling back, which I'm expecting for it. Not today. Actually, you know what? On this one, we might see some sort of a what's the volume? Volume really. Okay, well, I'm gonna keep it just in case if we get some opportunities to short it. This is interesting. GNS. I'm kind of thinking we're going to be shorting this thing and short bias on it. We have 7 level that we can watch. But the problem with this one is anytime it actually goes up, it holds. Look at this one. It goes massive percentage, and we're thinking it's gonna. I actually traded this day the whole day. I captured the whole move on this red day. And I was thinking, okay, well, this thing is going to have at least some momentum to take the 3s out, maybe trading here, but it didn't. Next day, it actually reclaimed the whole of the day's loss, previous day's loss. So that showed me, you know, be careful shorting this thing because something is being bought, something's happening on this one. Anytime it dips, it gets bought. As you can see, gaps up, pulls back. This red day was also an example of something that is a bit fishy, right? Something if it looks too good and it doesn't if it doesn't follow through, then you want to really sort of go the other way. What I mean by that is this gaps up, okay, and it goes very strong, and then ends up actually going, you know, red for the day, and also going for the gap fill almost. So we're thinking, okay, well, next day is gonna at least be trying to attempt to go towards the 4. It doesn't. It actually holds next day. After all this much pressure the previous day, next day it holds, and then the third day it holds again. And these kind of holds are quite dangerous for short sellers. If you are stuck with short bias idea, it can be very dangerous because God forbid you actually hold this thing thinking this is going to drop, and now you're actually caught up in the gap up. So yeah, it gaps up again, the same thing, very unusual price action, gaps up, creates really choppy price action, and then we've got 2 days of inside days. Now on this one, very simple, guys. We've got inside day. So the break of these highs, 730s and 660s, which is a very small range for this stock, for this specific stock, okay, is that's about what, 60 cents range or something like that. Either way it breaks that out, that could be a breakout possible entries for longs or shorts. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm watching these levels, guys, the low of day and high of day previous days. So in fact, this high of day is in line with the other day's high as well. So it's actually in line. So that's a stronger level there. In fact, the low is also very close to it. So as you can see, these are very strong levels, as you can see here. This one we can extend it to all the way to match with the other day's one as well. There we go. That's our level. If it does pop over it, then yeah, by all means, let's create an alert as well. I'm gonna create an alert on this on both sides just in case if it pops. So GNS looking good. I'm gonna still keep it. The only issue with this one was I stopped caring about this after I saw the volume dropping big time. So we are seeing the recent volume being about 7 million, which is not good, honestly. So if the volume stays like that, I'm probably not going to be trading it, but I'll keep it just in case. MGAM. Yeah, MGAM. This thing, I don't know why it's up. It's a catalyst to MSGM, and MSGM should also be. I'm gonna remove this because even from 3s to 2s. Let's have a look at MSGM. Yeah, MSGM is already given up. Look, I mean 5s all the way to 50s, and this is the one I regret not trading, to be honest. But the borrow fees on this one was like ridiculous amount of money, right? Ridiculous. We're talking about 30% of your 40% of your profit was going to go to the borrow fees. So I just gave up on it. Otherwise, this was probably one of the the most A+ parabolic shorts I've seen recently. I haven't seen anything like it for a while. Much cleaner, and yeah, it was really sort of good opportunity there, but I couldn't take it because of the borrow fees. So MSGM, I think, is done. Now it might have gotten cheaper, but it's just it's already pulled back enough for me. I can't do anything with it. GSUN also same thing, goes up, gaps down. It's similar to BBBY. See, BBBY has done similar move, but BBBY one is even worse than this because this at least closed very strong, whereas BBBY was actually yesterday getting pressurized by the shorts right at the end, right there. You see, when it hit that 7, it got heavily shorted, and then boom. So that's the difference between that and GSUN. So GSUN is already done. Peloton, I kept it because this was an earnings play. We had this day earnings, so I believe this was the day. Yeah, so this day here, earnings play, beautiful. It worked out. That was the earnings. This is the earnings gap go basically. Oasis, beautiful first entry, as you know, ORB entry. That's just a really ideal. Like, you see that breakout entry low here, and then you just continue to trade this thing. Beautiful example of that GAGO first variation entry, which is our ORB. And then the next day you could have kept it. The third day as well, probably. Yeah, this probably would have actually knocked you out. I mean, you couldn't hold this thing through that, right? Unless you put your stop on the low of that day. Maybe, yeah. But yeah, that was a good opportunity. I'm just going to remove it because it's already past that point where I was going to take advantage of that. All right. 10x is done. And Meta is interesting. Meta gaps up because of earnings, and it actually holds this gap. Huge gap for Meta. 153 to 1 gaps up to 183. $30 gap. $30 gap for Meta is quite a bit, and it hasn't really attempted to actually gap fill. So we've got inside day over inside day, similar to the other one we were watching. So on Meta is very clear, especially if Snicker is trying to sort of make a plan with this one. The one to watch, the levels are the high of days and low of days yesterday, previous days. So this and that. Okay. So if Meta starts to drift down either way, and if it starts to trade under or over those levels, then we can make an easy decision whereby we are long biased at the high of 191 and short bias at the lows of 185.50s. How many minutes was it on? I usually do 2 minutes. Because that you can do 1 minute as well, but 1 minute is just gonna really shank. Unless you are very strict and it's tight with your stops, you can do 1 minute and then also take the 2 minute if 1 minute fails. In this case, for example, let's go back to that, because why do I choose 2 minutes? Because there's it's more probabilistic, I would say, to work out. Here's the thing. This 1 minute breakout, again, this would have actually worked out in the 1 minute, but what I've seen in the past is 1 minute usually gets chopped around. It will enter you, and then knock you out on the low of the day, and then go back over. So in this case, this is 1, 2, 3, 3 minutes. So 2 minutes is much more stable. Now, why do I not say 5 minutes? In this case, if you were to take 5 minutes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you would have taken it here. That's already way extended, and I don't like that. That's why I'm kind of against 5 minutes. But here's the thing: if something is not moving, and if shares change, like trading in a really sort of small range or tightening, then definitely 5 minutes, even 10, 15 minutes ORB break is fine, because you're still considering that first initial ORB to break, and it hasn't broken, right? So it's still in play. Yeah. But if it starts to move like that, 5 minutes can be a bit too much. In fact, actually, you know, I'm wrong on this one. Sorry. I'm wrong. This is the 5 minute. This is the 5 minute. Sorry. Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking. Actually, 1 minute might have been a bit choppier on this. Might be a good example to show on this one. Hold on. I remember looking at this, and earlier on, I think, where is it? Hold on. Yeah, I was looking at the 5 minutes. Yeah, okay, let me just move this to time frame. 3 days. Let's do 5 days on this one. Okay, I want to show, see if I can actually, there we go. This is 1 minute, right? Okay, so this is perfect example. Here we go. Oasis. This is exactly what I meant. In fact, this is this is the one that I was thinking. You know, this is the one that gave us a good example of why it should be 2 minutes then 1 minute. So this is your 1 minute, right? This is your 1 minute bar. In this case, you would have entered here on this candle, and then you probably got to stopped out here. Okay, but then what it does is it just goes around, curls back up, and then takes that 2 minute high of ORB, right? So that is a 2 minute break. Okay. Now in this case, here you go. It's not just 2 minute now. It's just a 2 minute high of day break, but now it's more like a 15 minutes break, which is even better, because this is what I meant by, if it doesn't take out the ORB initially, and if it starts to trade around the VWAP and it starts to like play around and take its time, that means you've got multiple ORBs that's about to break. 5 minutes, 15 minutes, even 30 minutes, the more the merrier, right? So that's when you can actually say, okay, well, you know what, this has quite a lot of potential. So this was a really good example. 5 minutes looked really nice, but 2 minutes definitely is the least you should be waiting for. Yeah, this is the 5 minutes, and that was the 5 minute bar, and the break of that, your entry. Same goes for the 2 minute as well. That would have been your 2 minute breakout anyways. So 1, 2, 3, 15. That's 15 minute break as well. Beautiful, beautiful. Just beautiful. Never looks back. This is it, guys. When it starts to work, when you have the right stock that you're trading with the catalyst, stronger catalyst, the entries are not that important, guys. You've got to find the right stock to trade and right stock to stick by. So in this case, you know, it just never looks back, never goes back to your entry. That's how it should work. Same goes for our other swings that we took. Most of the swings that worked out never looked back to our entry, even that day. It just, yeah, it might have chopped around a little bit earlier on, but once it starts to move, it should never come back to your entry if you have the right stock. And if you don't, then yeah, just exit and then rethink, reevaluate the situation. So that was good. Let's have a look now. We have SOUN. Did I put SOUN? SOUN. Wow, okay, this is quite, this got some action. Yeah, it's to do with AI, isn't it? I need to create another watch list for AI, guys. Send me a list of AI stocks that you think is moving. I know I have a list somewhere, but I just couldn't find it earlier. But let me create another one if I can. Create a watch list. Let's create AI. AI. And we're gonna start to put these anything to do with AI. We're gonna start to put it in there just in case if it becomes really hot, and it started to get hot, these ones. So yeah, definitely keep an eye on that. So UNBBI, all of these ARQ, OMER, OMER. OMER, why did this move? Okay, so they've got a... So Omer jumped 32% to 4.10 yesterday. In fact, it went beyond, but that was a gap yesterday after the company announced it received a 200 million milestone payment from Reiner Surgical. So they've got a payment, a massive payment for the company, and yeah, it's looking good for them. Let's have a look if this has... The catalyst, to be honest, is strong. We could still have second day continuation on this one. I want to watch this, guys. Definitely, it's interesting. It is interesting. OMER, OMER. Okay, what else do we have? AI and CTLT. Let's have a look at AI. AI is also... C3 AI Inc. So this is to do with AI as well, similar to the other ones, BBAI and SOUN. So look at the way it's been moving, guys. Very consistent. It went from, let's say, 14s all the way to 30s, but in a very strong manner. It really didn't... The only time it shot up was from this day, 22s. 21s all the way to 28s, but the other days have been really like very stable. So interesting, this one. Okay. Snap. Snap has had a recent earnings that was a good earnings actually, and then it kind of drops from there. There you go. The earnings wasn't actually bad. It came from the negative into positive, at least. Like, that's a good earnings repeat, right? There must have been something said on the conference call, whatever it is, that made like this, but it really quickly reclaimed and went on for greater heights. Basically, look at that, breaks that 1160s and then goes further beyond. Okay, so I think this is interesting as well, guys. This one looks kind of beaten down. It's kind of reversing, and we've got if you pay attention to the daily on this one, look at this move, right? This whole, like, take a bigger picture, like don't zoom in into one candle. If you can zoom into the bigger picture, we have this move here. Hold on, let me just bring up this thing. So we have got this move up here, as you can see, with a really decent volume that's still rising. So that's what I'm thinking, like this has broken key levels and it's above the key level of 12. and as long as it stays above the key level here, then we can look to long for a continuation on this one, guys. Yeah, so that is the plan on this one. Let me keep that on my watch as well. Snap. Oh, snap. Okay. Let's put our... Where is my... Anyways. AI is known as another AMC. AMC is also popped, right? Recently. BBAI. I think if I was AMC, right, I would definitely anything, you know, the meme stocks, right? Anything to do with electronics and technology sector, right? I would definitely have something, a PR coming out saying, oh, we are going deep into AI. That's all you need. And if they're smart, right, like AMC, they would do that as soon as possible, right? And actually, you know what? As soon as possible, it's not really heating up. AI is not really heating up as it as it could. But once it starts to heat up, which is already starting, it might be the beginning of it. I would, if I was, you know, CEO, I would definitely put out something like that on AMC and look, and you will see what happens. And in fact, I'm pretty sure they will do it if they haven't done that already. And then you will see people jumping in on the, what is it? Euphoria wagon. Right, so I'm going to keep this one snap just in case. And that's pretty much it. Omar we kept. Okay. Omar Hut, everything we kept. We've got the other ones. So UMBB, ARQQQQQ. Quantum Inc. ARQQ. What's up, Snicker? How you doing, buddy? Welcome. What happened? You woke up late again? Yeah, I think I should, but I'm like slacking off on the video making part, to be honest. Honestly, I'm not too crazy about the videos views, but then again, that actually sort of snowballs into the stream views as well. I'm more concerned about the stream views because the thing with me was like to create a community in the live stream so we can actually share ideas and, you know, talk about things, you know, like there's a lot of benefit to having a group of traders that are sharing similar ideas or even different ideas, but at least sharing ideas and concepts that can benefit live on the stream itself, that everybody else can benefit. But yeah, it's taking a while for us to get some traction, but it will. I also don't want to devote a lot of time as well because, as you know, I've got a lot of things on my side as well that I need to be available for, so I can't ignore other daily duties as well for myself, for the family, and for everybody else. So yeah, I mean, that's a really great idea. I know what you mean. It's definitely something that hasn't taken off yet, and I do believe that it will take off very soon, and it's already taken off since I've been saying it. It was very quiet anyways. Last week I started saying that, but it's taken off since then big time. But we haven't seen anything yet. Trust me, we haven't seen anything yet. Once it takes off, yeah. So you wanna pay attention to that sector as well if you're trading on your own. You're always late, man, Snicker. That's late for me. So Take it how you like it. You're late. You're gonna be punished, buddy. Oh, by the way, you did you make a killing on on BBBY? You still holding it? Yeah, I know what you mean. Snickers, always everybody is getting more of my time, which I really don't mind. I like it that way, but in a sense that if we think in a broader perspective, we should be expanding a little bit to actually help out. It's gonna help out everyone, even myself, right? And I'll give you an example. Like, one of my better trades came from one of our followers. Just calling out randomly, like if you remember, Solid called out this Apple. Basically, Apple lost a case against. So basically, they were to keep it short, they were supposed to pay out huge amount of money to the case they lost. So the patent of some sort they broke. Anyways, so they were going to be negative news on the Apple. So briefly, Apple was looking very weak. So I had to, all I needed was an opportunity actually somebody to call out Apple is washing. What's happening to Apple, right? What's happening to Apple? That's all I need. And if I see that a lot of people calling that out, a lot of opportunities can come from that. We got a live scanner in our hands, right? There's nothing better than that. So that was one of the greatest trade I've taken actually on Apple, especially. Because usually you don't get good trades, especially daily day trades on Apple. Meta CVNA Peloton. Did you close it out, Snicker? Did you close it out, or did you keep it? Yeah, that's what happens with the volatility as well. To be honest, sometimes. You know what you do when the volatility is so high, right? You benefit from the volatility being so highly premiumed. You sell the call. It's the same like buying a put. You sell the call if you can. Obviously, with your account, you might not be able to, but and also selling is a very, very dangerous thing as well if you don't hedge things. 700%, man. I might be lying, but I've never seen anything like that. Maybe because I don't look at the options that much. But 700%, ooh, crazy. So yeah, that's if you had sold the call, oh boy, the premium that you would have gotten from that thing was. Anyways. You're still holding it, looking good though. It's looking good if you're still holding now. It's gonna start to calm down because we are, and I was saying earlier to Oasis as well, he was mentioning that you were actually holding it. And I was like, oh wow, okay, so you're making a killing here because I see this thing to be, is very weak. It's really, really weak. Bro, you've already got under 4 and it's just drifting down and it's not looking to bounce anytime soon. At least for now. So you're really, really looking good on that trade itself. Okay, so what's popping? As in pre-market. What is popping? We've got KPRX, we've got OSH, Okay, let's have a look at KPRX. KPR is popping from 3.2 all the way to 5.4s for the highs of 5.7, so quite a bit. So it's actually gapped up from here all the way to somewhere around here. So it's actually filled the previous gap that it couldn't fill. So that could be, and it depends on the catalyst as well. Why is it gapping up? That's the first question you need to ask yourself. Phase 2. I'm a short this thing, guys. I'm looking for shorts on this one. Anything to do with phase 2. Dude, you gotta be very careful with these things. I would suggest you to not swing anything for the account. Try to not. No, I mean it's very, very risky, especially with things that move like that. You could have a really huge gap up. I know that you're gonna lose the most is what you've actually invested in that option. It's not like stocks. That's a good thing about options, but still, you know, you're gonna lose it all. So if you lose 100% of the position, then that's no good, is it? Anywho, so that's one of the ones that I'm going to be looking into shorting. Okay, PRX, if I can borrow. Hold on a second, guys. Hold on a second. Pop something in there. All right. Okay. Here we go. Okay. What are we looking at? KPRX. So now you guys can see this, no problem. Okay, I'll have a look at the MSFT for you in a minute. Just give me a sec. Just prepare myself. Let's see. Ooh, bit expensive. Bit expensive. KPRX. KPRX. Okay. All right. So where were we? All right, that's done. That's preparation all done for that. The other watch list that we were watching was what? What was it? What was it, guys? Okay, that's Roblox. Okay, let me just check my Roblox here. IQ is doing okay. Roblox is actually kind of like at the close of yesterday. It actually started trading higher. Now it's trading lower. We'll see what happens. 38 is here, so hopefully it doesn't take out that 38.50. If it does, then we'll have to rethink the swing on this one. Okay. And yeah, we were looking at OSH. Ooh, is that an acquisition? That was an acquisition, as you can see. 105 billion deal to acquire the company. Okay, that's done. Don't look at that thing at all. That's done. Lucy is done. Dada, Baidu. Baidu is also one of those that I was looking for swing ideas actually. But Dada, nope. Let's have a look at Baidu. Ooh, Baidu gaps up huge. Baidu shares are trading higher after the company announced it will launch its own AI chatbot called ErnieBot. Look at this thing, guys. This is what I mean. It's already starting, guys. And these guys are really clever. Whatever Baidu is doing is actually perfect strategy for this business, right? Look at what they did, right? So they are trading at, they're already doing really well, right? Even if they weren't doing really well. Look at what the news is. There's no concrete guarantee to whether they're going to actually sort of create this chatbot. There's AI on it. Just pay attention to these AI chatbot. That's all you need on your PR, right? AI chatbot. Look at the gap, right? From 142 all the way to 164s, 165s almost, right? We are already seeing that. We are already in the beginning of that phase where these things will start to happen. I remember, because the environment changes from, like, I remember the COVID times. It's not good to see, but COVID times were like that, right? Zoom, for example, anything technological like that, or anything vaccine based were like just anything with the name. Bitcoin, cryptos, right? These Mara, Riot, and those small names, anything that had any company that was just penny stocks, right? They just put out, you know what? We are blockchain now. The business is going into blockchain. There's no proof, none whatsoever. It's just there. They just put out the PR that we might be going into. Instead of saying might be, we are going into blockchain. We're into mining and things like that. And the stock goes, right? Skyrockets rockets. We're talking from cents all the way to dollars and double-digit dollars we're talking. Dude, those are the days. Those are the days you make an account. You know, that makes that day trader either really successful or just a normal surviving day trader. You gotta be able to benefit from that environment. Right? So please keep in mind, guys, if anything AI related starts to move, and we are seeing early stages of it, yes, but we are going to see more of it. Hopefully it's not going to end so soon, because we need to benefit from these kind of moves, guys. So yeah, Baidu is also AI related now, for sure. Never had Baidu going into this thing, but yeah, very clever of them. Again, as I said, if AMC, you're listening, or GME, or anybody, that actually the company is somewhat linked to technology, especially with the software section of technology, then definitely put out these PRs, man. You're not going to go wrong with it. And then why not pursue it as well? You know, if it's good for the business, why not pursue it? Don't just lie about it. Just really go into it, because that is the future, right? You can clearly see that is the future. So this is what I meant, guys. So and AMC, I'm not even charging you. AMC CEO, I'm not even charging you, buddy. I'm just giving you my honest opinion of what your next move should be. Right? People are going to charge you millions of dollars for that, but I'm giving you free opinion and advice. Take it or leave it. Anyways, let's get back to business now. LAC. All right, LAC. Why is this gapping up? Why is this thing gap? Leading up of the company received a ruling from the federal court confirming the permanent process of Thacker Pass we connected thoroughly responsible. What the hell, man? I mean, this is just, I just don't get it. It is popping, it's gapping up, and it's holding. So that's all I need to know. I just couldn't understand the. It's somewhat good news for the LAC. It's in a lithium-based company, right? Anything to do with EV, I believe. LAC. Look at this trend line. Look at this trend line. Freaking crazy. Okay, so it's gapping up over 26. Really good area that is actually gapping up over. Takes out this really strong trend line, and if it stays over that, then that's what we can call this to be strong. So that's kind of, I'm gonna put this on the watch list. Looks good. LAC is the only one I think that has okay catalyst for it to be popping. It's got real news behind it, not like the other ones, whereby we had Baidu, for example. Baidu. What a clever move by Baidu. KPRX is KPRX is not. It's a phase 2 trial. Just a phase 2 trial. Not much. I'm actually shorting that thing. Meta, I'm gonna keep it on the big names anyways. Let's keep Baidu. Yeah. Okay. The other one I'm trying to find is, let's look into this is also one of the AI related ones, I believe. Doku also. I wanted to actually. I've been looking into swinging this thing, and this is the one I missed actually. We might get an opportunity on to swing this thing, actually. Got your water, and that's it. Go grab yourself some snacks, man. I missed the entry on the break of the 60s, and then it's just it's still not much of a chase. It still looks good for possible swings, to be honest, because it is involved in the AI as well. And big tech companies also will benefit from the AI sector or the theme or sympathy. I believe IBM, MU as well. AI. MU is also. MU is even better for possible longs. MU, not too bad. But anyways, I'm just saying, I might be too early on this thing because I see that happening. Maybe not now. If it doesn't happen now, I mean, we are starting to see some sort of a push coming in, but it's the early stages of it. It might go cold. It might get cold in a week or so if it doesn't attract traction. It doesn't attract a lot of big investment. The big wallet, the big money, and then it's not gonna really sort of keep its pace. So that might die down slowly, but it's gonna come back. I can guarantee you that it will come back. And when it does come back, yeah, you need to be there. But it's just early stages at this point. Water over coffee. Yes, 100%. I agree. Couldn't agree with you more on that one, buddy. So for the AI related stocks, I've got BBAI that's run really. Look at this one. It's run from 2 to all the way to 6.5s. And then we have today that's gapping up SOUN. It goes from 2 all the way to 4.5. Already seeing, right? We're already seeing. Look at this AI. It goes from 16s or 14s all the way to 30s, 100% move in about a week or two. And then now Baidu, right? Just a clever PR. Just do an offering now at this. Yeah, it's just crazy. Like, yeah, and AYX is not much, but I'm keeping it just in case if it starts to move. Anyways, MU, we've got MU as well. We've got IBM also is one of those that actually is involved in AI related stocks, related technology. We'll see. I'll try to mention what I'm swinging related to AI. I'm just waiting for them to basically give me a better price, which never might come. If it starts to really ramp up this whole AI thing, I think we will not get a pullback. And that's what I'm waiting for. In fact, on these ones, if you ask me my plan, I just want a little bit of a better price on these. That's it. There's no other thing I'm waiting on it. I just need better price. Yeah. Okay, let's put the watch list and relax after that. And wait for the market to open. Where is ours? So here we go, guys. Today's watch list, which is what? Tuesdays, right? So I need KPRX to be here. Let's go. I know. Dude, I actually would have shorted that thing. This thing, BBBY, I would have definitely shorted this thing, bro. I mean, this is what I said. You're looking really good on it. Look at the wash now, completely failing off. In fact, it actually is lower than what. Well, it's actually getting to that point where it actually started to move here. Pure, just hype, euphoria, and then drop in one day. I would have looked to short this. Would have been very difficult though to get my shorts on it, but yeah. I might not have been able to catch this unless I was option trading it or something like that. Yeah, MSFT, sorry, I forgot. Yeah, dude, your BBBY, man, like, beautiful, if it was stock. Okay, so we are looking at 260, you said, right? 260 and put under 252, 260, 252, okay. Yeah, your levels are quite further out. I would say to tighten those levels. In my opinion. The levels you want to be watching is, I believe, it's already above that. It's already above 258. Now it's got to be over 260. Yes, in that sense, yeah, you're right. But when it comes to puts, you're looking at 252. 252 is too far. 255 under would be the one that you can start to look for puts. Yeah. So I would say, yeah, 260 or 260 is perfectly fine. That level is perfectly fine. And in fact, it is valid at this point. If the stock starts to trade, give it like 5-10 minutes after open. If it's still over 260, then yeah, you're looking good. But yeah, on the low side, 255 is, I think, the right one instead of 252s is too far. At that point, it's already hit that ATR and it's not gonna go much from there. So yeah. Yeah, as soon as the market opens, you just want to sell it. It's gonna get choppy though. It's gonna get really choppy, but I'm sure you'll make something out of it. Yes, sir. Let's go. You're killing it, buddy. What made you short that thing? Because usually you don't short those kind of things, right? What made you look into that? Plus what BBBY is very low price stock, right? What made you go into that, especially for option side? Because options is not very liquid, is it? I don't think it's very liquid on the option side, unless I'm wrong. Some of the lower price stock could be very, very liquid. Yes, it could be if it's moving like that, but still. Anywho. We've got one person viewing on Twitch. I'm trying new chat system where I'm seeing all of them together here on OBS itself. If the person watching this on Twitch, can you send a message of some sort? Just say hi or something like that, because all I'm getting is all the messages from YouTube. Now I just want to make sure that I'm not missing on the chat that's coming from Twitch. So if you can, just send me a message, or send the chat a message, please. Let me have a look from this side. Fibonacci. Oh, you're getting there, buddy. Fibonacci. You learned Fibonacci. Yeah, Fibonacci was one of my favorite things. Oh man, I study a lot about Fibonacci. 66%. Is there a 66%? No, there's what? No, you're wrong. 34 is the Fibonacci level. So you haven't really grasped the numbers. So Fibonacci is really interesting, man. Fibonacci's are quite interesting. A lot of people still use it religiously. Dude, Snicker, MSFT looks really good for long. I'm not gonna lie. MSFT looks very good for long. Look at what the market's doing. Look at what SPY is doing. It's gapping down, in fact showing weakness. It's actually at the lows of the pre-market. 409s are getting hit, right? But look at what Microsoft is doing, bro. Yeah. I probably will be very careful with that thing, shorting. Honestly, shorting that thing, I would only probably be looking for longs on that. Yeah, it really doesn't. Usually it does, but look, it doesn't. So that goes to show something. Be careful with this thing, shorting it especially. And daily looks beautiful. Like look at this daily, right? We've got a recent price action that's actually gone really strong. Bounced off, reversal pattern. Obviously, we've got a bigger head and shoulder, but nevertheless, it breaks the 200. Before it couldn't break it. It breaks one day and then comes back under. But this time it breaks it properly, pulls back. It's already done its pullback towards 255, which I was expecting anyways. It's actually bounced yesterday off of this. Look at this. This was the 255. That's why I was saying 255 level is huge, because you want to make sure that actually doesn't get taken out if you are long biased. And if that gets taken out, then you can be short biased. Until then, it's still long in my opinion. Yeah, because the pullback came to the crucial area, point of interest that it actually broke from, and it held. That's the clue. And now we are actually gapping up, which means pullback, and then maybe the continuation is happening today or tomorrow in the coming weeks. So yeah, I agree. That is a good looking stock. One of the better looking stocks I've seen, especially on the large caps recently. Okay guys, what else are we looking at? I'm gonna clean up my let's have a look at this. Clean this thing up. Yes sir. So let's keep it on SPY for the moment. SPY is showing slight bit of weakness today, guys. Yesterday was thank goodness I didn't trade yesterday. Look at this thing, guys. Look at the price action on SPY. Woo. Just nothing, no trend whatsoever. Okay. So instead of Apple, I'm gonna keep here MSFT. Usually I keep Apple, but MSFT looks interesting. And we've got Tesla there. BBY. It's done anyways. BBAI. We've got Snap. Got CVNA. CVNA, I kept it. We've got GNS, which we can short. CVNA, GNS, Omer. SOUN. Oh, SOUN looks kind of interesting. SOUN looks kind of interesting. It just actually bounced off of yesterday's close, which was 4. 4 is a good level on this one that I was watching. SOUN. So it bounces off this level, and it's trading over the VWAP now. It looks like it wants to head out. It looks kind of really good. And this is the unfortunate thing about this area here is it is at that point where the market's about to open and I just don't want to take any trades. But if this breaks for yeah, right now it's not looking good. I want this to be above VWAP and it starts to break that 4.7 at the open. We'll see anyways. This might drift down towards that 4 again. We'll see. Okay, Twitter feed. Yeah. I mean, yesterday was extremely. I'm so glad that I didn't actually trade yesterday. I probably would have ended up. I don't know. I mean, I can't say it would have ended up being red, but my stock selection is a mixture of all the caps, right? It's not only large cap. That's why I sometimes when SPY does really bad, I'm actually up really high R's on it. Why? Because I'm trading the lower caps, small caps. That's when it starts to move. It's a transfer of money basically. Where does the shift happen? If it's not shifting towards SPY, then it's got to shift somewhere else, right? That's when that's why I'm not very stubborn on trading only large caps or small caps. If there's a chance, if there's an opportunity, I'll take anywhere. Lower caps, love it sometimes. Love it, but also sometimes hate it. I know. Major caps can be a little bit less stressless. I took a shot at the what's the name? I was mentioning KPRX, right? I took a shot at it, but I ended up closing it because it's really too close to the open. Where did I take it? I took it short around 527s, around this area here. I believe around this area here. And then I exited it just now because I don't like what it's doing and I don't want to end up chasing it. I don't want to end up being in a situation where it actually sort of, either goes, breaks the high of day and then runs for a squeeze before I can actually handle it and exit it and then drops. That's the worst thing that can happen. So that's why I'm leaving it alone, and then later if it starts to drift down, then I'll take another opportunity on shorting this thing. I'm only looking for shorts on this KPRX. So almost break even, about what, 10 cents loser. For this one it's just nothing. It's nothing, broskies. I really hope it doesn't start drifting down before the market opens. Just to give you the reference on that, while we have time, this is what I'm talking about. So the short here and then exit there. This is a 5 minutes, so pretty much a 10 cents loser. 527, 537. Very small scalping, and there might be opportunity on this one to short. We'll see. The rest, LAC, what is LAC doing? LAC. It's gapping up to 26. It's gapped up over here, so yeah, it's just no volume on the gap. What's the volume on it? Less than a million. It should be more than that the way it's trading. Baidu, however, is drifting down. We might see a drift down coming down on this Baidu. Maybe shorting opportunities, because it's a massive gap though. Like, I mean, yes, you've actually put AI and Chat GPT together with your PR, but come on, man, like, it's too early for you to have like this much gap. So yeah. Also, KPRX is I'm happy with the exit because it's actually grinding kind of scarily towards the highs. So short sellers need to be very careful with this thing. Be very careful, because this thing seems like it wants to trend higher at this point. So we might see a squeeze coming on this one. I don't see anything else, guys. Honestly, I just don't find anything that is delicious. I want to find something that's delicious, right? And juicy. I want something juicy, vibe. XM, IQ, all of that are okay. No, I do. Sometimes I do really well with pre-market. You haven't seen my pre-market trades, bro. When I do take, it's like very small amount of losers, but when the winner comes in, it's like I cash the whole move. Say for example, this one I'm considering this is gonna drift for the rest of the day. At the end of the day, you will see this trading around here, right? That's my target, at least 4s, right? If I don't trade it pre-market, I would not get the whole of a move that I would really like to be in. I don't necessarily have to get it, but I would like to be in if the opportunity arises from that. Usually after the market opens, that's too late. That is too late. And I want to give you an example, but it's too late. We've got two minutes to go for the open. And most of the time what will happen is where I shorted it here around 8:30, that's where the real 8:30 more volume comes in usually, because of certain institutions start trading after 8:30 and all that. And although it doesn't affect the small caps that much, but again, that's when you start to see the reversal coming in. And if it does continue, you never get the chance to actually trade it after the open. So that's why I'm taking these, smaller losers, just to be able to capture that big move. Imagine, okay, let me give you an example on this one, right? If this was successful trade, right? My stop is usually like at the highs, not too far away, and maybe even like close to the highs, right? So stop is about 30 cents. Or maybe 40 cents max, right? 40 cents. My goal on this one on average is about what? 4.4, 4.2s. So $1 move for a possible risk of 40 cents. I'll take that any day. I'll take that any day. And probability wise is win-loss ratio is quite good as well. Do, 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 do. All right, guys, market is about to open about what, 40 minutes, 40 seconds, 40 minutes, 40 seconds. Best of luck and take it easy. Sit on your hands if you can for the first 5 minutes, at least for the first 5 minutes. I know that's what I'm gonna do. So here we go. We're about to open, guys. Let's go. 17 seconds. Let's go, baby. SOUN as well is looking like it wants to go for it. So interesting. These ones are quite interesting. Sorry, KPI. It was KPRX actually. Yeah, this one is, you see, it's breaking the highs. It's attempting to break the highs. Volume comes in, and it's just not risk. It's too risky to be holding this whole thing to the highs, because the possibility of that getting taken out is quite high. Even if it's a chop, like if it's just a wick, it's gonna get you out. So now it's actually rejecting strongly, so that's kind of looking good. Yeah, it's just gonna give it some time, really. Are we looking at the pullback day today, guys? Are we looking at the pullback day on big caps, large caps, SPY itself? So yeah, we are continuing the pullback, isn't it? From this move, the pullback is still going on. Yes. So are we going to see the 408s get taken out? Yesterday's highs, so yesterday's lows, which is this area here. So that's when I think the bounce might come in. If it doesn't take this out, the bounce might come in from here. So after it bounces, there might be some decent opportunities on the other big caps, large caps. Especially looking at the MSFT. What is MSFT doing? Yeah, it's just chopping around at this point, but yeah, that MSFT is going to look really good once we see the bounce coming, which is coming right now on SPY. And this is why you need to exit this thing before the market opens. That's exactly why. And to be honest, my short was okay. It had a good thesis behind it and everything, but the risk was also very well controlled. But looking at this, you've got a really nice little higher lows creating and strong sort of support holding over the VWAP. Let's go, baby. Let's go. You owe me a coffee again? I'm only kidding, buddy. Tesla is washing strongly, actually, and it's popping. So yeah, I think SPY is bounced already. I think we've had a pullback. That was quite a hesitant pullback. Now, if we need to take out the 410s again, but with these kind of pullbacks, we just don't get like straight continuation. We normally might get quite a few days of price action before it starts to go to the upside on SPY. So maybe get ready for some choppy price action on the market. Yeah, it seems like it's gonna be very choppy. Yeah, seems like it wants to be quite choppy. But KPR is looking good now, under fives, looking decent. Let's just take. And SPY is just chopping around between 408.60s and also 409s. So at least it's got to break that. Which is it? KPRX. Nice one. Good job. Good job on that plan. Stick to it. You will not regret it. Microsoft just carried on, man. Just didn't care. Really didn't care about the... So to the almost to the tick of 260 level and bounces off of it. Microsoft. So imagine when the SPY starts to bounce. What's it gonna do? Look at that. Almost to the tick. 260s. 260.07s and just carries on. Just a strong stock. Very, very strong stock. Also, as you can see, it's all about AI, even with the Microsoft news. Now, remember, Microsoft has a huge amount of money invested in the OpenAI, the company that created ChatGPT, right? Huge amount. We're talking billions, right? We're talking billions. So think about it for a second. This is going to drive the AI market up. Let's have a look at the AIs. BBAI still not really doing well, not doing good. And I think that might be a good thing that's not doing good, because we will get the opportunity for a nice, decent pullback. But Microsoft, boy, oh boy, it is killing it today. MSFT, you're killing it, boy. Look at this, guys. MSFT just does not care what SPY does. And this is going to bring SPY up. It's going to drag SPY with it. And you will see what happens to SPY now. There you go. It actually took out the highs. And now SPY is going to struggle at the VWAP. And if Microsoft is still really strong, this is not going to let SPY go down. Yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now I've got 200 now, so okay. Just to break that. Come on, buddy. Starts to pop. we've got. Mm-hmm. SPY is rejected from the VWAP, as you can see, strongly. So that shows a sign of weakness. The only thing holding this thing up is actually Microsoft, in my opinion. And eventually Microsoft's going to have its pullback, which is going to drive the market down a little bit. It depends. Again, as I said, with SPY, guys, expect few days of chop anyways. So... yeah, so this is a chop. You see that? Really choppy. Very, very choppy. GNS looks interesting. My KPRX also. I'm trading this, guys. My average is 519, or maybe a bit lower actually, 516, somewhere there. But if it does take out the VWAP, I'm gonna exit this thing because at that point it will just be in a chop. I don't think it's gonna squeeze, but I don't want to get caught in the chop as well. And also GNS is looking kind of decent right now for a possible short. GNS. GNS. GNS looking good. There's none. Alright, here we go. Yeah, GNS looks really good. Now I'm also watching KPRX really closely. KPRX. That's the one. My average, let me give you average 517s, 515s maybe even. 515s, right. So my average is about there. And I want to make sure that it doesn't break over the VWAP and starts trading over it. I'll probably hold it on just the break, but I don't want it to be closing over the VWAP. And it's waiting for that drop. I'm waiting for that big rug pull coming in now. It might be coming in now, guys. There's a lot of volume coming in. So under 4, under 5, we might see that rug pull coming in on this one. And once it does, then I am ready to take some out. And where is the possible areas where we can take it off? Well, 4.6 is a great place. Yeah, 4.6. So a great place to take some out is actually 4.6s. If it takes this level out, though, it needs to take this out. 490s, 487s, because there's 200 EMA as well there. It's got to take that out. If it does, then we are looking for 460 first partial, and then slowly take more out until 4 or 380s. So yeah, that is looking interesting. Just gotta take this out very quickly though. 490s. Let's go, baby. Come on. Come on. The pressure's to the downside. Yes. You're looking good. Let's go. Take that 490s out. And what is our AIs doing? Oh, this, if this starts to bounce, this will look like a really nice reversal pattern here. Baby AI, SOUN as well. It's already reversed. V reversal came in on SOUN from this level that we were watching. A 4 level bounces off. Now, if it does take out the 450, it looks, yeah. Yep. Yes, buddy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 490 isn't going anywhere. Don't like it. I'm out. I don't like it. I don't like the bounce on it, guys, on KPRX. Yeah, I just don't like the bounce. So I exited about this area here. Right there somewhere. Yeah. Right there. So a small profit. Look at the exit, guys. Look at the exit. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Look at that. This is why you want to be very quick, guys. If you're going to be scalping these things, that's why a lot of people will really. This is where you're going to get caught. This is a halt now. Oh, this is a perfect example, and a lot of people definitely have gotten caught to this. This is why people will blow up their accounts. And I want to show you something here on my account. Not my account, but on my executions. This is why you gotta pay attention, and I was really quiet because of this specific reason. And if you do trade small caps, you wanna make sure you understand this concept, right? So, as I mentioned, I was trading this before. Where is it? Shit. Here. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, I showed you this anyways, this entries, right? Previously I tried short early pre-market, and then just small little loser, right? Small little loser. And then after the open, it started to take out the high of pre-market. It tried to take it out. It could not, right? It actually rejected badly from it, right? With some really decent volume. So that was my clue. And also it actually broke this little trend line here. So my first entry was here. And then I actually added when I saw weakness on it, right? And it was actually sort of respecting the 20 EMA and the VWAP, right? So I've got a lot of things overhead resistance at this point. And my average is about, as I mentioned, 517s, 518s, right? As you can see, maybe even lower, the average. But nevertheless, I was waiting for 490 to break, as I was mentioning, right? 490 to break. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Now, you might say this never gives you a chance to actually exit here, right? It does. If something is constantly bouncing off of certain level and it's not actually taking it out, next time it approaches it, it still bounces. And the volume is coming. Be very, very, very careful, right? This is a prime example of what happened here. My exit, why did I exit here? Well, I saw the volume coming, and and also it's not just the volume, guys. It's just that feel that, yo, this is bringing in that freaking new buyers, and this is about to squeeze and things like that. You just kind of have that gut feeling from years and years of trading these things. Just kind of hard to explain, but you build that after trading this over and over and over again, obviously blowing a lot of accounts. So if you're not familiar with small caps, how they trade, and when you do trade, you cannot go to the toilet. Simple as that, right? You cannot go to the toilet. This is why I mean you've got to be on your toes to exit when you need to. Look at this exit. I'm not just bragging about the exit, but you've got to be able to you have to be very, very disciplined to actually pull that trigger when you need to, right? That was the trigger you needed to pull right there. And if you didn't, guess what? You wouldn't pull the trigger here. You wouldn't pull the trigger here. You will still think that, oh, I want to wait for the rejection. In fact, I probably wouldn't be able to pull the trigger unless I was like, my go-to point was 540 break actually. So I probably would have actually exited here, right? And the worst case scenario would have been that you are actually stuck on the hold up. Really bad scenario. That's, instead of losing, let's say, in this case, I was risking actually 540s. 540s would have been my 1 hour. Dude, that would have been probably 2 or 3 hour loser. One trade, which I really, really don't like to see. So really, really good management from my side on to trading this chop. Lately, I've been seeing as well, guys, these phase 2 trials, anything phase-based, phase 3 trials and all that, they start to run now. They're starting to squeeze things out. And there's no fundamental reasons behind why it should be doing, except for the fact that that is the trend at this point. That is the environment we're trading. Before, I was short the hell out of these things. Now I'm very, very careful because they are running these days. And once they run, they squeeze the hell out of all the short sellers. So that's why I need to avoid getting caught on these things, which so far so good. But also you might think, well, you know what, if this thing is like that, so dangerous, why trade it? Well, there comes opportunity as well with the risk, right? The more risk you take, the more opportunities, the more reward you earn, possibly earn, if you know what you're doing. So in this case, let me give you why I traded this on average here. That was my average actually, right? It'll be interesting to see what happens. If it takes that high out, it's going to squeeze again and it's going to halt again, guys. 567 might be a long opportunity if it takes it out. There it goes. There it goes. 6, and if it does, let me see where the thing is. 605. 605 is the halt. And there's the rug pull. There is the rug pull. There is the rug pull. That's it. This is weak. This is what I mean. This is the game that's being played, right? This trap of longs and trap of shorts, both sides, guys. It's happening right now. So whoever told you trading is easy, you know, especially someone telling you, I'm gonna make you a trader, pro trader in 3 months, flip him off. Look at the game that's being played, okay? Long trap, short trap. Myself, did not get trapped, right? In fact, I actually profited from this. Maybe the same amount I lost here from here, but this one was a bigger position. So I actually made more. So I'm green on it, small, very small. But look at this. If you were not exiting there, then you just would have been like, phew. That would have been it. Now it's pulling back, so we just have to relax on this one. Maybe not look at, unless it takes that 490 level again. If it takes that out, maybe I'll consider shorting it. Maybe I'll consider shorting it. Dude, it's actually failing now. It's failing now. 488 is the halt down level. What? On what? On which one? Snicker, on which one? Wow. You couldn't get out? Oh shit. Well, that's bad. I mean, I could understand if it was BBVY and you couldn't get out, but Microsoft, why would it be so illiquid? Unless you did something. Okay, I'm waiting for this one to actually take out the 590s again. A lot of games being played here. It's a lot. 5 ones. What the? 8. Just went to 8. Okay. 504s. IQ going down. XM is kind of holding on. And TME, they're okay. Yeah. SHCs, oh shoot, SHC is taking out. And yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm just checking other stocks that I'm watching. Amazon. Amazon was missed on the short side, I believe, right? Yeah. 100. Yeah. I agree that. Yeah, that was a miss. That was a big miss. Amazon had earnings. Amazon had earnings when? When did it have earnings? Recently, right? Yeah. So what was the earnings about? Wow, Amazon. Phooey. I actually missed that as well. That was beautiful. Yeah, KPRX is again popping. Popping one more time. Snap is also kind of like about to go down. Snap might be a good chance here for a short. Did we miss it? Kinda. kind of missed it because the entry was about 12 11s, 12 10s. Yeah, we might have missed that, guys. That's done. Because on Snap, even if we look for the good case scenario, would be the low of day, to be honest. Not much, 20 cents. 20 cents is quite big on this stock. Okay. I don't know whether that's going to be bullish. What sort of news is coming? You did mention that. When is it? What time is it? 10 you said, right? 10 a.m. KPRX is again just basically not doing much. IQ is done all right. I mean, it's drifting down. My Roblox is not looking good though. However, I'm just waiting for the low. Almost got taken out actually. 3760s, yeah. At the low of this area here, I'll get out of this thing. But I almost got taken out. And XM is doing okay. XM is doing just fine. In fact, 16 was, yeah. $10 a.m. for you, so that is about 11 a.m. for me. Yeah, I probably won't be here. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna, while it's quiet, guys, I'm just gonna quickly check other watch list of mine, and then that'll probably be it. CCL, AI, definitely. This was the one I was talking about, right? For reversal, AI reversal. Nvidia also is not too bad, gearing up for something at least. OSH gaps up quite a bit. About to go for a... Actually, this is looking good for a short. OSH. Let's do this if we can. If it breaks 34. It's expensive as well. 34, 33s. Yeah, it's kind of expensive. Okay. SHC, OSH. Okay. Baidu. Meta. Meta was a good one. Things say 34. OSH. Wow, NCLH. So airlines and traveling companies are doing well. Traveling sector. Oh, dude, this one is OSH. If I can. Apple is fairly strong. Really? Yeah, actually it's stronger amongst the other ones. Definitely stronger than Microsoft. Microsoft was actually really looking good earlier. Pre-market Microsoft was the strongest, but then Apple just stays strong. That's the difference. Microsoft just washed off way too much under VWAP, and now actually it's rejecting from the VWAP, which is not really good for it. But now, if you look at Apple, that's the difference. It's actually bouncing from the VWAP, so that's the big difference. So, but on Apple as well, I'm just worried about this whole move here. This whole move seems like, although this could be the reversal. Yeah, we'll see. You just have to wait. I think today is the waiting game, guys. See how long we can wait. That's the real question. How long can you wait? Yeah, I mean, Apple is, yeah. Yeah, SPY is kind of showing some weakness now, but it needs to take the lows out for us to call it weak for the day. There it goes. There it goes. XM is looking good. IQ is looking decent. IQ is looking decent. Q is not the one that I want. KPRX is still struggling at that. Slowing down though. KPRX. And LAC. Oh, LAC was a nice short. High of the rejection. This is what I meant. Like Baidu is a really good short today because it's the amount of gap it's done is like it's not reasonable. It's not really sort of something that's gonna really sustain, even though it might be really good PR from their side. Yes, but it's just not gonna sustain. Okay. Well, I took the whole thing out. Dude. It's taking the lows out. So I look at SPY. Yeah, SPY is hitting the lows, guys. It looks weak to me. Weakness written all over SPY. And again, you know, that choppy price action is still there. It's not trending though. That's the thing. It's not trending at all. Just remember, it ain't trending, guys. It ain't trending. Yeah, you've got to be right. You've got to be short biased because we are in that section where actually pulling back from this move. So we are in a, if you look at it from a perspective of short-term bias, it's a little bit of a to the short side, especially if intraday is with us. So anything under 408, even like at the lows, right? If it starts to trade under this opening range, this red area here, red horizontal line, dashed line, and then I'll consider it to be weak. But the most important one would be when it actually starts to take out 408. 408 is big. Like as you can see, my level is still there. It actually has a chance to bounce from it. In my opinion, I think it might bounce from it instead of just taking it out. Because as you know, it's not trending and the pullbacks usually aren't very strong. So I'm thinking it might actually start to reverse anywhere before it or at that point. So that's why I say on that. 21 is there. Here, not 20s. So I'm a bit worried about that. Snicker, do me a favor. Can you hear the background noise? The fan from the PC? Can you hear that? Holy cow. Okay. Is it really bad? Okay. If I need to lower the volume, but then the problem is my own volume, like the master volume, gets a bit lowered as well. Barely? Okay, barely. All right. Is my volume okay? Like I just lowered it a little bit. The mic volume is this okay? I mean, it should be okay from here, but if I go back, then yeah, I mean, I'll have to pull the mic with me actually. If I do go back, I'll have to pull the mic with me. I'll have to hug the mic. Let's go. What's going on? Let's hug it. Yeah, SPY is still trying. It hasn't gone anywhere yet though. Wait it out. Wait it out. Is it ASMR? The fans? Dude, it's annoying, man. The noise that it makes is crazy annoying. Yeah, I did show earlier Meta was okay. It was actually has strength. Meta was looking good, yeah. Meta. Microsoft is breaking the thingy now, and Microsoft looks not too bad. Meta was, yeah, Meta just keeps going. Meta's daily also is really strong, and also Meta has got a better catalyst, which is basically a strong earnings beat, plus more things going with it. So Meta looks really, actually, in fact, maybe for swing ideas. But MSFT as well is popping now. This is a good pop from MSFT because remember it showed quite a bit of strength, right? Pre-market, and it hasn't really. Yeah, it looks good. It looks good, to be honest. Yeah, over the break of 262, I think this thing is decent, to be honest. Not gonna lie, bro. Even now. You haven't missed MSFT. It's still there. MSFT is still there. It hasn't gone anywhere. Snicker, do you know any sort of good? Do you know? Are you good with your mic settings on OBS? How I know some people actually can reduce the low volume and increase the higher like tone. So I don't know how to do it, but it's like the fan, for example, like these clicks on the keyboard, right? Like these ones. You don't. Some people can actually put a filter on OBS of some sort to completely like disregard these noises, these background noises, small little background noises, like the fan. Yeah, I mean there was some guides on it I couldn't understand, but there goes MSFT as I mentioned. Yeah, it looks very strong. Look at that, beautiful. Just remember, like recently, MSFT has been strong, and we were due for a pullback from this move. You have to understand that it actually moved from 256 to 263, so we were due a pullback. But at the time where actually SPY was down and gapping down, this was actually gapping up and continuing to stay strong. Microsoft kind of looks okay. I would say if it starts to hold, you have to ask yourself: is it still strong at the close to the market close? If it's still showing strength, i.e., is trading above certain levels like 262 that we're considering right now, then yeah, definitely looks good to me. Okay, it's coming up to that 506 and then 5s. Okay. Yeah, Microsoft looks quite good actually. The fact that it actually pulled back a little bit and it's still continuing looks decent. You just have to be patient with it, I think. If you look at it from bigger picture perspective, it is strong, quite strong. And the good thing about Microsoft is it is actually any AI sort of sector that's gonna trend up for the coming weeks. If it does, then it's gonna benefit from it because Microsoft has big chunk of investment on these AI companies, startup companies. I'm just waiting for KPRX. I probably would have ended the stream, but I'm just waiting for this KPRX to actually take out this area here, basically 5 level, right? I needed to take out the 5 level here. Once it does, that's where it's gonna really go for it. This level needs to get taken out on it. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of buyers there buying things at 5. Usually that's the case anyways. So that's why we're going to get that bounce coming in. But then again, if it starts to bounce, that means aggressive buyers are coming in. Just Microsoft looks actually even better now on the bounce. Oh, okay, it's gone now. Microsoft looked much better earlier, as I mentioned. Here is what I was seeing. Now it's too late, but look at what I was seeing here. So it goes, breaks the 262, and then pulls back to it. And now this was actually, the bounce was coming in. It's still early to call, but the volume, I would have liked volume to be higher on this one, but still looks good. Yeah, looks good. Yes, sir, it looks good. Yes, sir, it looks good. I might have to go, guys, because I don't see anything apart from KPRX if it does break that 4 or 5s. It seems like it doesn't want to, so I don't know what to say. I got no clue. Yeah, no worries, buddy. Anytime. Yeah, I know you're listening in the background. Today, I just don't see anything. Honestly, I wish I could talk about something new, some new ideas in the for the swings, but it will come. And not every day we're gonna get that, but once it comes, I'll definitely share some ideas. At the moment, I don't see anything, but keep an eye on AI related stocks. If it's, but I will also keep an eye on them, so we can always, update on that every single day. So yeah, hopefully we'll catch something that is actually going to start really strong. Anyways, guys, I think that I'm done, guys. Snicker, if you're trading, then yeah, be careful. Microsoft does look okay. SPY basically is, as I said, even then over here when it was breaking the lows, it really didn't. Now it actually is bringing some momentum, I could say, especially if it closes under that. So if it does, as I said, if this is the line 408.50, it needs to stay under it. Even then, if it does stay under it, we've got 408. So, I mean, trending environment, is it going to be there? I don't know, man. Like, it's very hard to tell. Very hard to tell. So in this kind of environment, be careful. And that's pretty much it. All right, guys. I will see you tomorrow, I guess, at 8 a.m. EST. Usual time, guys. All right. Stay safe out there. Best of luck for the rest of the day. Catch you tomorrow. Peace.